All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. I am your host, as always, Sanj, and let's go ahead and talk about the Yamamoto Pro Cup. Now, we talked about it yesterday. We did a highlight of the scorecard. As you can see on the right, it was 5 days yesterday. Now it is 4 days out from that Italy Pro, the Yamamoto Pro Cup. And as I said yesterday, we have a lot of big hitters coming into the show, but I thought it would be interesting to do a fun little comparison for y'all of what all of these athletes would look like on stage next to each other. So I took a little page out of Superset Man's repertoire and gave my attempt at what this lineup would look like with all of them standing side by side. So I hope you do enjoy. And obviously from left to right, we have Theo Liguerier, I do apologize, from France. He placed third at the 2021 Arnold Classic UK, the inaugural. We have Rolly Winkler recently coming off of an 11th place finish at the 2021 Mr. Olympia Men's Open Bodybuilding, of course. Samson Dauda, number 6, the third from the left, placing second, closely behind the next gentleman we're going to talk about at the Arnold Classic UK, similar to Theo Liguerier. And as I was kind of getting at just a second ago, Nathan Diasha, the King of the North, number 7. It looks like white posing trunks, but they were yellow. One of the favorites, in my opinion. That's why he's in the middle, coming into this show to win the Yamamoto Pro Cup. That will be his third IFBB Pro win of the technically 2021 calendar year, but we are into the 2022 competitive calendar year as of post-Olympia. So Nathan Diasha, my favorite to win this show, if he's able to maintain and retain conditioning, fullness, separation that he had at the Arnold Classic UK. Patrick Moore coming off of, I believe it was something like an 11th or a 12th place finish at the Mr. Olympia. Before that, he won the Cali Pro. So we're going to be seeing him coming into this show. I saw a very interesting and informative video by Mark's Max Muscle talking about Patrick Moore and the possibility of him gaining or potentially losing muscle from 2019 to today as of the Olympia. I definitely recommend you check out that video. And I'm going to put the dark horse in for this show. I definitely messed up the height. I did correct it in the back shots, but Jamie Johal is a absolute AKA the giant. He is a giant amongst normal men, so he definitely is a lot taller than these guys, and I do believe Patrick Moore is a little bit shorter. But as we transition into the back shots, what can we say, guys? The same lineup. I really think that it's going to be interesting to see where Rolly is going to line up, place in this show, where the judges are going to put him. I'm not too familiar with the judging panel here at the Yamamoto Pro Cup here in Italy, in Rome, Italy on the 17th, but will they go with a more conditioned, polished Theo Liguerier, or are they going to reward the bigger, larger beast, Rolly Winkler? My prediction is going to be Nathan Diasha in first. I think that's a good pick. Samson Dauda second. And then it's going to be a good toss between Patrick Moore, Theo Liguerier, and Rolly Winkler. Now, obviously, I don't want to count out some of the other competitors that we talked about in our previous video where we went over the complete scorecard. Ensure that you do check that out. But I really did like the Fabio Ramagolo. Apologies if I butchered that one, friend, but his physique is very impressive, very big and full. I also think that Rob Taylor is going to have a good chance to stand up next to Theo Liguerier. I think that they're going to compare well, even though he is a new pro. Kevin Gebhardt, another one of those big competitors. A lot of you guys liked him from his Prague showing in 2018. I appreciate everyone in the comment sections correcting and roasting me as always. Always keep the roasts coming. I do appreciate it. And Ivan Boyan is also going to be a very impressive showing. He's very wide, but I'm wondering what the conditioning is going to show, especially in the leg department coming into this Yamamoto Pro Cup. As always, guys, I appreciate the support. I appreciate every like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next as we get closer and closer to this show. Once this show concludes, we'll do a recap, and then we will focus on the Legion Sport Festival. Sergio Oliva Jr. versus Cedric McMillan, amongst others. Expect to have some Olympia people hopping into that show, trying to get that early qualification. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw someone like a Regan Grimes or potentially a Mohammed Shaban. It's really hard to tell. But as always, guys, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching another episode of the Bodybuilding News Network, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.